Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. It's been quite a while since I've uploaded a video. In my last video, I put up a poll asking if you wanted to see more Televoid Fan Game stuff, or if you wanted to see something different. And 100% of you have said that you wanted to see more about the Televoid Fan Game. So, here we are. I'm going to show you a bit of what I've been working on and what others have been working on. And just giving you a little tour. Now, I've been working on a little debug mode for the game, an editor of sorts. For now, it looks something like this. The windows here are Dear IMGUI windows. It's a programming library to create simple interfaces, so it allowed me to make these windows quite quickly. And I've created a little entities panel and a resource manager panel. That's pretty much all I've done so far, along as well as the top bar on the top. That's where a top bar would be. So in this editor, I can create of varying amounts of things. Over here, there seems to be a lot going on, but what we have is the main character, Ian, a duplicate of the character Ian, the blue square, gigantic Frank, in this kind of dojo thing. Well, these are different entities within the game world. Now, this Ian is the real Ian. This Ian is a hologram of Ian. And the blue box here is a clickable area. When somebody would click in this area, Ian will move to this ghost location and then perform an action. It'd be an animation or something of the sorts. Now, everything else is just decoration items. That is to say that they don't have any collision, they just serve the purpose of decorating the environment. Now, here is a list of all the entities. You can give them customized names, such as what I've done with the dojo, or if not, they will give themselves names incrementally as you add them. So decoration 1 here is a little hard to see what it is, but it's Frank over here because there's a transparent little green thing around him. The reason we can't see it is because it's in front of a green background. But if I select Ian, you can also see that it goes around Ian. This allows you to see which items are selected. So if I select decoration 1 here, I'm going to rename him to Frank. G Frank for Giant Frank. And now he will appear like that in my list of entities. If ever I get lost and I don't know where I am anymore, and I can't unzoom or zoom to see where I am, I can select one of the entities and click Go to Entity to go to that location. This allows me to not get lost. And if I want to move Frank over here, when you select an entity, you get a whole bunch of details on that specific entity, such as their X, Y, and Z positions. Z is just the layer, so if Frank is behind a dojo, he just appears behind. I can also, some entities have special settings. If it's a decoration, you can choose the resolution and size of a specific sprite. If it's Ian, he doesn't have any settings because everything is going to be hard coded. It's going to be pre-programmed. And the right window here is an interactable entity, which means I can choose both where the box is and where Ian moves to interact with the box, and the script that box will activate when clicked on. So, with Frank here, the sprite here, I just put the default things since it's a sprite. Its resolution isn't actually 100 by 100, but because the resolution is a square, it still works. But I suggest putting in the real resolution although it might be 100 and 100. I'm just testing things real quickly. I'm not exactly sure. You can also drag the numbers across, which makes it easy to quickly place things in the environment. But you can also put them at specific values if you want it to be specific. The center of that entity is the position itself, which is why here you can see a little blue bar here going through the center of Ian. That actually tells you that this clickable area is linked to this hologram of Ian. So if I wanted to exit out of the scene, nothing I would have done would have been saved. I'll just do a little change just so we can see it. So now I've made him float above. If I were to exit out and open the game up in debug mode again, you can see that he appears right back where he was. And his name is Decoration 1. So everything is exactly as it was before the modifications. But if I want to keep my modifications, such as the name and position, I can go in File, hit Save, and next time you close the game and open it up again, the saves will be well saved. Right now, the latest thing I've been working on is the Resource Manager. This shows you every texture that has been loaded into the game. And then you can use these different textures to decorate your scene. So if I select G Frank here, he uses the character Frank Angry sprite. But if I were to change it to idle, he would turn into the idle sprite that you can see here. So this allows you to quickly see all the textures. I got a message. You can see all the messages quickly, and that is great. If you wanted to add a texture, you could put in a name and the path to that texture. But right now, the Resource Manager doesn't actually save anything. Well, I hope this gives you a little tour of what I've been working on, and I'll try to upload another thing next week, and we'll see how this all, how it turns out. I didn't have a lot of time to work hard and edit a video, but I hope this one take recording is good enough. Alright, have a good day.